What we have here, if I'm reading this correctly, is under the age 50, the grand total of people who have died in this city, I think you said, is it 8?
Yeah.
9. And that's terrible that 9 people have died. How many shootings have there been, by the way? And how many people, how many suicides from people whose economic lives are ruined, who are just depressed from the loneliness? 9 people under age 50, is that what we just said? 9 people under age 50? And don't tell me you can't open the gyms.
Why can't we get the gyms reopened? I hear so many people clamoring for this. Healthy body, healthy mind, after all. There's no real reason you can open up a Costco or a Walmart and not open up a gym and practice social distancing. I mean, like, look at me. I've got a washboard stomach. It's just got like 30 pounds of laundry on it right now.
Yep.
I really miss the gym. I got to get back there.
I thought I would love having the excuse of, well, I can't go to the gym, it's illegal. You wouldn't want me to break the law, would you? But I find that, first of all, I obviously didn't need that excuse for the first 48 and a half years of my life. And no, it's, we've shown the demographics before, and Justin probably knows how to find these stats. I've asked him to do it so many times, so I don't even need to, he probably knows better than me. If you look at the stats, Ontario has pretty good stats. You know what I'm talking about, Justin? If you type in COVID-19 Toronto, they're pretty good stats. The deaths of people, most people in the gym are young. Let's say under 40. Yeah. The deaths of Canadians under 40 from this virus, total, I think it's like 3 people. And I'm not saying that that's happy. I wish it were 0. Yeah. But more people have died from collisions with wild animals. It's 30 or 40 a year. I don't know how many lightning strikes kill a year in Canada. Maybe it's 1. So that's how rare this is. This is like 1 in a million, 1 in 10 million, especially for young people. Who are the folks going to the gym. There is no reason. Can you zoom in on some of those? Oh yeah, that's your stats. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom, zoom, zoom. I think it's that chart at the bottom. So look at that, and you have to put the mouse over it. So under 19, death, is it still 0? It's 0. And then what's that next age bracket? 2, so a grand total of 2 people in intensive care. Nothing else. One fatal case under age 30. Is this Ontario stats or Toronto stats? So in the entire city of Toronto, GTA, 6.5 million people, a single person under age 30 has died from it. I tell you that there's more pedestrian accidents in this busy town. And what's the 40 to 49? 7. Okay, and again, I'm not saying that's great, but what we have here, if I'm reading this correctly, is under the age 50, the grand total of people who have died in this city, I think you said, is it 8?
Yeah.
9. And that's terrible that 9 people have died. How many shootings have there been, by the way? And how many people, how many suicides from people whose economic lives are ruined, who are just depressed from the loneliness? Go have a drink, don't go out, stay cooped up, and then finally say, I'm going out, and I want some action, woo! You know, yep. I'm not excusing it. I'm just trying to say I believe that was like Tinder that caught fire.
Yeah, they created the conditions of powder keg for some people. And I wonder how many of the people who were in Toronto at the BLM protests were just there for a day out. Yeah, because you could get out. I mean, if you've been to Walmart lately, there's people just wandering around.
And you know what's funny about that, Sheila, is that the focus point, the meeting point for the BLM march to Queen's Park was Trinity Bellwoods Park. And that's where Mayor John Tory has got those coronavirus circles painted into the grass. I'm wondering, do you think the protesters stayed in their circle before assembling and marching? But yeah, we're in peak madness, I would say.
That's an excerpt from a daily live stream show that I do every day at 12 noon Eastern time. I talk about the stories of the day, play some fun videos, and most importantly, I take your questions and comments in what YouTube calls a super chat. If you like that, please tune in live. It's way more fun that way. You can join the conversation. And every day at 8 p.m., I have a special produced show with a whole monologue, and I interview guests, and I read my fan mail and my hate mail. You can learn more about both my daily live show and the nightly premium show at rebelnews.com.